What is up, guys? I got a few parts in for the Mach 1. As you can see, side marker LEDs, passenger side oil separator, and hood struts. And this guy who thinks he's cool with this ridiculous haircut is going to help me put them on today. So we're going to get these unboxed and get these in, as well as hook these up. Going to get the hood open on the Mach 1. Take this. So we're going to get rid of this annoying hood rod. Nobody likes them. And put the oil separator on, and then we'll do the marker lights. Also, as you can see, brand new K&N filter. I'm not sure what everybody else uses, but the factory one in there was getting a bit dirty. And I don't know. I'm old school. I grew up with K&N was always the better filter, so that's the one I put in here. I'm not sure what everybody else uses, but that's what I have in my car. All right, as you can see, we got the box open up. There's the oil separator. Corbin's gonna pull the hose off if you can figure it out how.
Well, I had it 2 seconds ago.
You gotta pull up at the same time. Push the blue over and pull up on the whole hose. There you go. And then get the one inside now.
My fingers are too nice.
That's what she said.
Yep.
There you go. So set that aside. We're not gonna throw that out because we ever need it.
Just put it in here.
Yeah. Open that up. Sorry. Make sure there's nothing inside. It just turns.
Yes.
Yep. Hold the top. Hold it tight. See, just unscrews. So unscrew it. Make sure there's nothing inside of it. There shouldn't be, but just in case they put paper in there or a filter that we don't need. Everything clean in there. Let me see. Yep. Everything under there fine. Okay, put it back together. Make sure it's snug. Let me see. Take that. Yep. Okay, now push till it clips. Keep going. Keep going.
Can't do it. Look.
All right. We've got it plugged in. It hangs right here. Plugged in here. We did unplug this cable because it was under it. It was kind of pulling on it, so it made it a little harder for Corbin to push it down and clip. So I unplugged it, put it over top. Now it's all locked in. So for anybody that doesn't know what an oil separator is, these engines have a lot of blow-by. So oil comes out of here, catches in there, and then air goes back into your intake. So recommended drainage is roughly about every oil change. For my last Coyotes I've had, which I don't have one for my truck yet, I am getting one for my last Mustang, but every 5,000 kilometers, that was about a quarter full. And you just dump it out, put it back together, and you're good to go, and it will save on the motor. So that's my passenger side oil separator can from J&L. I don't have a driver's side, as I did put one on black 2016 on the the driver's side, and everybody said I don't need it on that side, but I thought in my head, well, if it's getting blow-by on one side of the engine, it's definitely going to get blow-by on the other side, because that's just how, you would think it would work. With saying that, I drove that car from Ontario, Canada, all the way to Myrtle Beach and then Florida with the passenger side on it. And it didn't even have much of a drop in it when I got back to Canada. So clearly I didn't need the driver's side. One day I'll probably get it just to be on the safe side again. But right now I only bought the one that's the actually needed. So driver's side might come later, but the passenger side is now connected. So that's it. That's hooking up the oil separator on my 2022 Mach 1 handling pad car. Alrighty. As we can see, we've got the side marker lights, LEDs. They are smoked. I've had them before on my last car. Liked them. Put them on my buddy Derek's car, as well as my father-in-law Shelby. Because, let's be real, that little tiny light out of that big, huge piece looks utterly ridiculous. And it's not LED. So we're going to pop these out, which is really easy. Just got to remember, if you pop it out this side or it's this side, and then once it's out, it just kind of slides out of the bumper. I just got to remember which way is the one that has to go out, because you could scratch your car or damage the light and car at the same time. You might be able to reach up underneath and pop the pin out as well, but let me get the tools and get started. But right now, let's unbox these, which is a pain in the ass when you don't have two hands. I should have got my GoPro and mounted it. There we go. Look at that. Oh, this time I got stickers. Well, that's new. That can go on my sticker wall. So, nice and clean. Safety film, protective film off of it. You know what? Oh, hang on, getting it. I was gonna say I'm gonna put this down and do it, and then reveal it. But I got it. So these are plug and play, which is fantastic because you don't want to have to cut into your factory wires. And I believe this is the driver's side. Yes. And there you go. So there's the clip that goes into the bumper. So it's this side you prop out, which will pop that clip. But you might be able to reach your hand underneath and pinch it and pop them out that way. If not, you can use a blue stick like this or something very small to not potentially scratch your paint. So let me try to get that out. I'm gonna put the camera down so I can focus on this with both hands, because I really don't want to scratch up my car or worse. So let me put the camera down for a second. We'll get that light out and I'll put the camera back up in a second. Right, so lucky enough, you reach your hand up here, you can actually reach the light and pop it out just like that. And then just wiggle it back and forth until it pops out. And then pop the lid out. I was going to use this, and I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't want to scratch my paint. So you take this, take your new one, and then plug it in. Yes, this wire was a little longer. Gravel in here. So here's one thing I've noticed about the Shelbys and the Mach 1s. With the bottom air dam that has the two scoops for air to keep the rear end cold, picks up a lot of road grime, and I keep finding it in my lights and everything else, which I don't like. So it's in. Now it's a solid color instead of that ugly ass piece that it was with the small little bulb. So then you just wiggle this back into place, push it in. That's it. Done. Now we'll go on to the passenger side and do the same thing, but that is a much cleaner look than the small little bulbs that these stupid things are. All right. Hopefully I can reach this side equally as easy. A little harder to do with the left hand because I'm right-handed, but it did come out. Man, there's a lot of gravel falling out of here. And it's funny because this car, since I've owned it, has never gone down a gravel road, nor would it. But it's still picking up road grime from just being on the road. Ugh. And the air dam scoop on the back, I've only put maybe 300 kilometers on this car. I've already pulled that off twice, and gravel falls out every time. And again, I've never taken this thing down the road, down gravel road in my life, nor would I. And yet it's still picking it up constantly. It's aggravating as absolute hell. All right. Same application. Just plug it in. But man, these wires are definitely a lot tighter than my last car. So then light it up, make sure it is working. It is, so that's perfect. and then just plug it in. So that is your passenger and driver Diode Dynamics side marker lights, LED, smoked. No, I'm not sponsored by these guys, just love their product. And I've had them on both my Mustangs, my most recent Mustangs, and my father-in-law's Shelby has them, and like I said, my buddy Derek's Mustang also has them, which you can find on an earlier video of mine. Anyway, now we're going to put Redline Tuning hood struts on, which will go here and here, both sides, so I can get rid of this and make it look a little nicer. Alrighty, now to get this opened. If anybody's ever used these before, they know they work fantastic. I've had them on, like I said, my 2016 Mustang, which is a video putting them on. Like, they are really simple. And my father-in-law's GT350 Shelby also has them. Now, they didn't have the black ones I normally run with on my last car, which is what I really wanted on this car. I would have had to wait for a shipment to come in. I'm impatient. I wanted them now. I went with stainless steel. They're not chrome, thank God. I definitely wouldn't have went with chrome. But these are stainless steel, so hopefully I don't hate them. I only saw a picture of them on the website, but I wanted them now to save on shipping since everything else was coming now and they didn't want to have to ship twice. I wanted to ship everything in together, and I didn't want to wait for the oil separator that much longer. So stainless steel is what we got. So I'm gonna get these opened up and we'll see what color how they actually look, and then we'll get them on the car. So they really package these together nice. There's multiple staples going all the way around, and they're just a bit of a pain sometimes to open up. So pliers come in handy, but watch you don't cut yourself on all the staples. The bench, as I say in most of my videos, it doesn't matter. Mostly because my loving children, like my doorknob behind you, filming right now, my other two sons, and my lovely wife, put stuff on my workbench like it's their personal storage place. So I clean it, they put more on it, I clean it again, they put more on it. Yes, some of the stuff is also mine, but it's not all. So I'm just getting these staples out of the way so I don't cut myself on them. And then we'll get these opened up. So here's the stainless. Doesn't look terrible. It actually looks better in person than it did in the picture online. So that's a bonus. So we'll get these installed and go from there. So, don't need that yet. It's like a 12 mil. Oh, it's actually bigger than 12. It is a 13 mil for, if I'm not mistaken, this is the part that goes on the fender. And then this part goes on the actual hood. And then your shock just kind of goes somewhere in between. So, get these opened up. My fat hands will allow it. So again, fender, this piece, this goes on your hood. So this part goes in your fender, and this just kind of slides into the hole. As you tighten it, this will turn and it stops it from coming out. So let's go over to the car. Bring all this stuff with it. There is instructions, but let's face it, we're men, they don't look instructions. So these, as I said, just loosen them off a bit more, just so you have some more play. And as you can see, they're a little triangle shape. The looser you get it, the better it is for getting it down in there.
Check your phone.
These are actually a little tighter than my last car was. They don't want to actually go in. There we go. Got half in. There we go. Okay, she's in now. I gotta double check my alignment. So I can't remember if it goes this way or goes that way, and my other car is not here right now. I believe it faces this way. I'm not gonna tighten them up yet until I actually get them all done. I believe it's that bolt I gotta undo. So, this bolt is a 10 mil. This bolt is a 13. So we're gonna swap it out for the 10. Do not undo both because your hood will shift, and when you go to close it, you'll really ruin your day. So undo just the top one. Okay. So then you take this, face it this way, and it covers the hole up there. You put the nut back on. So that, you try to line it up as best you can. Tighten it back up. Nice and good. Don't over tighten it, you don't want to strip it or snap it. And then I like to line these up so the words face outwards and not upside down. That's better. That's lined up right now. Okay. Now we're going to tighten up the other one. But until then, what's up, buddy?
How many fingers should be done?
We're almost done.
Okay, good.
But again, we want them straight and lined up right. Then, it is as simple as pushing them on. Okay, I'm gonna have to use two hands for this. There we go. One is in. Now we're gonna get Corbin to do the other. So that looks good. I actually don't mind the stainless. I'm glad I went with that. Something different. Remember, we loosen that off almost until it's all the way off. But let me see. Yeah, I might be a little too loose. I don't want to put it too loose because then it'll fall out. And you don't want it falling down the side. So, this one, we'll have to modify it there. This goes in there.
This way? Facing this way?
Yep. Wiggle it back and forth. No. So here, I'll show you a trick. What it worked for me on the other one. Let go. I want you to let go. So it goes this way. Hang on, that's a little too loose. Let me tighten that back up a little. Because again, you don't want it at all to fall out. There you go. So now you're in, and it literally just dropped right in.
Do I tighten it in my hand?
We'll tighten that in a minute. Now, you're going to take my ratchet, switch the 13 mil down to the 10, which is right here. Just pull it off. Take the 10, put it to loosen. First time with the socket set. There you go. Put it to off. Take the top bolt out of my hood bolt. Excuse you.
It's not bad.
Yep.
What are those?
So he's got the nut out finally. use your hand all the way till it snugs up, because you'll be all day with that ratchet. Yeah, much cleaner look. And as I said, I always put the name so you can read it on the outside. And then in a minute, I'll be able to get rid of this nasty ass pole.
Yeah, that's as much as I can get it.
Okay, now use the ratchet. He's got that one nice and tight. Now he's gonna just snug up this one. I'm gonna put this on because I don't want to scratch in my car. So,
God.
just flip it in. And then, going back up, bud. It helps if you lift the hood up a bit more. That's it. See? No more hood prop. They're in there, they're good. Nice and snug. Now the only thing you need to do, and it does come with a template, is, as you can see, this no longer fits. So, some people will notch this out, so this can just still sit in there. It does come with the drill and template for it. Others will actually take this bolt back out, drill a hole straight through, and then just mount it that way. That's what I did on my GT, and you can see that in my video on doing these on my black GT. It was cleaner, it looked nicer. The only downfall is anytime you had to do anything with the battery, this was stuck and you can only go like this with it to work in the battery. Kind of a pain in the butt. So I think honestly this time I'm gonna notch that out just to make it easier, because yes, it looked nicer, became a massive pain in the butt. So I think I'm gonna just notch out right here, but I'll do that later. And then that'll just make things a little easier for up there. So now Corbin is going to, once I put this in the trunk, undo this bolt to get rid of my hood prop. So give me a second. All right, Corbin. All right, put it off. And we're gonna stash, we'll put the bolt back in. I'm a strong believer of always put the bolts back in places you remove them, strictly because in the event you ever need to put that back on, you're not missing the bolts, trying to find bolts, buying new bolts. Put the bolt back in. The bolt's not gonna hurt anything being back in the car. It's not like it's gonna add that much more weight that I'm gonna lose in a race that I'm never gonna be in. But take the hood ratchet off, or the hood prop off, get rid of that, gives it a nicer, cleaner look. I will be buying at some point a new rad cover, like I had this one here, the Florida Performance. This was bought for my 2016 GT, and it was on that car. I removed it when I sold, or before I sold the car, to put it on this car. Come to find out that the clips where they put everything in don't line up from this to that. Even though these holes, everything else, everything all matches up perfectly, other than the mounting points on the 16 generation to the 2022 generation. They don't line up. So unfortunately for now, I'm stuck with the boring factory one, but I will be getting a nicer one like that at some point for this car. But let's clean this stuff up, get it out, put the bolt in, Corbin, tighten it up. See how much cleaner that is without the hood props? And then you've got the nice struts right there. And like I said, the stainless steel kind of matches my strut brace. So I'm actually not minding it. I didn't think I was gonna like it. I'm actually not minding it. So that's just a quick video. We did the oil separator can, the hood struts, and the side markers down there in LED, just to add a couple more things to my 2022 Mach 1. More to come, but that's it for now. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Later.
Good enough?